Limited at Beacon Insurance.
Always be sure you settle for more. Get up to 35% off Beacon's fully comprehensive vehicle insurance and still cover a whole lot more. Enjoy higher discounts and better coverage for any kind of vehicle, car, SUV, or pickup with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. To sign up, call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and settle for more today.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they are prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
And we are back for another show on this Tuesday on the Rock. It is September 26th. Shout out to all the folks again celebrating birthdays. What season are we in? Libra, right? We just concluded Virgo. Half the population as they're Virgos. We're in Libra, right? Jackie, what? No, you will not find me there. No, didn't go anywhere for anything. Okay, not me. Somebody else with red hair. You did not see this red hair anywhere getting anything. Anyways, it's cold. Good morning, Shantae. Good morning, everybody. Y'all good? Listen, go over there with that. Not here. Not here. I don't want to be my keeper too. Leave me alone. Why y'all hate seeing my life at peace? Like, y'all like when I'm being pulled and tugged everywhere, right? No, I don't want to get involved in anything. I don't want to see it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be part of nothing, not a zilch. Y'all don't understand how peaceful it is around here. It's amazing. Listen, y'all choose your problems. I'll choose peace. I'm not doing no problems anymore. I'm choosing peace. Even if I see 9, I know it's 9 and you're telling me it's a 6 for the sake of peace, I'll be like, yeah, it's a 6. Run with your 6. I already know it's 9, so I don't need to argue with you. You see 6, I see 9. So for peace sake, you can have it. That's how it is around here. It's an amazing place to be. And Jacqueline, you are not going to pull me over to that side. I'm not interested. Capiche? Okay. Junice, good morning. Hope you're well. Hope baby is well. Morning, Queen Bee. Morning, Lisa. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, Empress J. Grant. Good morning, Julianne. Who else is here with me? Good morning, Janelle. Oh yeah, Mimi. They're Libras, right? Libras are weird people. Morning, Kizzy. No, she knows she ain't a luck already. Carry on. Morning, Janelle. Yeah, it's Libra season. Good morning, Sonia. Good morning, Shauna. Good morning, Queen Bee. Who else is here? Good morning, Diamond. Hope you're good. Morning, Ansel. Nafisia, good morning. Michelle, Charles, good morning. Good morning, Jay Benjamin. I don't know, Kizzy. You need to check. I don't have no problem on my end. So, morning, Listra. Morning, everybody. If you're looking at it live on Facebook or you're on YouTube, good morning. Or if you are listening via radio, good morning to you as well, or online. Cassandra, good morning. Okay. Your September 22nd was your birthday. All right. So big up all the Virgos again. Hope you enjoyed your birthday. Who else is here? Um, isn't it amazing how parents, you can have three, four, five children and they all have some, so all of their personalities are different. Case in point, Miss Pat is such a calm, you know, loving, spirit filled lady who gave birth to Jacqueline, who is the complete opposite. Like confusion, melee, anything you could think about, TB, you name it. Mix up, she's there, front line and center. And the lady is such a don't see, don't hear, don't care lady. See her minding her business, driving her big Jeep, nobody's business. But the daughter, I don't know what went wrong, man. I mean, the brothers aren't that bad either, but it's crazy. Anyways, morning, Deborah, Crony. So this morning, right? Based on the scenario that we have, I'm on the brink of throwing in the towel, I swear, because it's almost a case of seeing what's in front of you, being told what the situation is, but somehow you walk away with a completely different understanding or wanting something differently. I'm trying to understand us as women. And it's something, I know this, right? But it was reinforced to me a couple days ago during a conversation that women need to stop with this men don't know what they want BS, because that's what it is. Just how we know what we want, they know what they want. And if it's not you, that's when you're going to get the games and the run around and the play and what and what. So stop with they don't know what they want. Okay, case in point. So you're dealing with Mr. Sir for how many years, right? And y'all have 4 children, 2 dogs. Living together under the same roof, but not legally, not married. And he knows how you feel about it and that you want to get married. And he keeps saying, you know what? This thing ain't for me. I'm not in this married thing. We living good. Where you want to spoil we living for? You know? We good. Marriage just spoil thing and did. And you hold that, hoping that he changes his mind. Lo and behold, for whatever reason, you guys broke up. And you're scrolling through Beyonce's internet. And who do you see posted up in suit, standing next to a lady in white on DCJ or Sonic's page under the wedding album? The same gentleman that you spent years with, who told you that he's not into this married thing. You gave the best years of your life, 3, 4 children. Y'all broke up. Mr. Man move on. And you see him exchanging vows. The man is now married. The same dude who says he did not believe in marriage, and that's not on that life. So we have to stop with this. People don't know what they want. And the person also told me, listen, within a couple of seconds of meeting you or after a couple of dates, that man already places you where you need to be. Already know if he's going to just play with you or he's going to marry you or just going to go with the flow. He knows. He knows. So we can continue to live in this bubble thinking that how could you not know what you want? Past 18 years old, you're in your 30s, 40s, and you're still playing you don't know what you want card, and y'all are still falling for this. I don't know what they don't know what they want. They do. It's just not you, or it's just not me. So we need to stop falling for that and use our spirit of discernment, be more analytical in our thinking, not just scheming at the top or just taking everything at face value, but going deeper than that. Sometimes you have to listen to what's not being said as well as what is being said. Sometimes you have to pay attention to the action as well as the inaction. And a lot of the times, the inaction tells you more than what the action actually tell you. If we really paid close attention and we don't get so carried away by our emotions, because hate it or like it, that is what gets us in a lot of problems. Women are more emotional creatures. So a lot of the times we get caught up in the emotions. And when homeboy is being absolutely transparent, he's up and down the place, running here, there, everywhere, we're still holding on to emotions. And that is what gets us in trouble a lot of the times. Nephesia says, honestly, marriage is overrated. I wouldn't say it's overrated. It just has its people. And at some point, you have to know what is for you and what's not for you. It's you like it, if it's something you really want or something you don't want. But I wouldn't exactly say it's overrated, because there are some wonderful marriages. There are people who've been together for a number of years. Not saying it's not, they don't have the ups and downs and good, bad, and ugly days, but the good outweighs the bad. Not every relationship, not every marriage is toxic or filled with bad energy and, people flinging their piggy all over the place. What comment for what man in Cemetery Hill, Jacqueline, that you need me to read? What are you talking about? I'm waiting on Lakwa to tell me. There's a number of Lakwas. Which one are we talking about, Jacqueline? Really? Really, Debbie? No. That one? Oh, wow. I did not know that. Where did she Listen, moving on. So let me give you all the situation with this lady. And I'll explain why I said what I said. Because sometimes we come here, we beat up on dudes and we beat up on the guys and, they're this, that, and the other. But sometimes we actually look for our own problems. We create our own problems. Jackie, you're distracting me. Can I continue my program, please? So the lady says, although she asked for mature males, but hey, we don't listen, so we're going to give it to you anyway. So she said she was dating this guy for about 8 months, and he told me things were going too fast, that we should slow down a bit. I agreed because I loved being around him. I figured as long as we were getting along, all I had to do is be patient, and eventually he'll want something solid and permanent with me. Mistake number one. Things were going okay, but to me, it seems like he would mostly come over to, fornicate and then dip. We stopped going out to eat, hang with friends, etc. We had a big argument over that, and we stopped talking for about 3 months. I missed him so much, but I didn't reach out because we were clearly on 2 different pages. I wanted somebody needs to come and take Jackie off my life. I wanted a relationship, and he just wanted to, engage in fornication. He reached out recently via text, but I noticed all he wanted to do was talk about fornicating. At first, I entertained it because I didn't want to seem, dry and boring, but he hasn't mentioned anything serious. If he knew we were on different pages, why even reach out? Because he realized your head is soft. But I digress. I'm not interested in just fornication. I want more. I made that very clear, but I don't know if he's trying to test me. Testing stupidity levels. But every time we start a conversation, he somehow managed to turn it into something sexual. I need to know, should I keep dodging and changing the subject like I've been doing whenever he brings up fornicating, or give him an ultimatum? Either he respects my boundaries or stop texting me. Do you think that will make him want something serious then? No. Miss Shanti, I can't say those words on the radio. So I have to be make sure it's radio proof. You want me to use obscenities on the nation's radio? Is it because you want me to be sitting at home or standing up by the terminal with a container in my hand looking for help? What am I looking for? Yeah. There's a number of red flags. And again, emotions. If we would learn to take emotions out of situations and use our head to think, it will save us a lot of distress. Because if somebody said to me, we've been seeing each other for 8 months, and just ups one day and says to me, we're going too fast, time to slow down. There and then was the time to have a conversation. What do you mean by too fast? When you say slow, what does that entail? Because you can't be on one hand talking about we're moving too fast, but you have no problem coming over quickly to fornicate and bounce. So when people don't set boundaries, that's when we have problems. So my man already told you that this wasn't something he wanted. It's not a serious relationship. It's just about us having fun. Not in the exact words, but if you listen and you pay attention to the words that were used, it's clear that he was not about relationship. This going too fast after 8 months. Stop going out, stop doing, a couple things, was a clear indication as to where he was. And for you to, without him saying the exact words, because I guess he still didn't want to hurt your little feelings, but not tell you outright, hey, this isn't what you think it is, or it's not going to be what you want it to be. But in turn, you turned around and talked about being patient. You decided to be patient. He played you. One, he says things are moving too fast and he wants to slow down. You went for it. Two, all he wanted to do was fornicate. You went for it until you got tired of it. You should have thrown the moving too fast back at him. Three, he texted you months later and immediately started talking about fornicating during that time. He was obviously doing it with somebody else. He reached out to you when she got tired of the same lame game he ran on you. So then he came back to you and you got played, sis. But if you go back to him knowing what you know now, you're a willing participant. And there's nothing we can tell you. So my thing is, stop wasting your time. Clearly, he just wants sex. And by entertaining, you're only hurting your own feelings. And you're saying you're not on the same page. So block him. Why are you so afraid to use the block button? Like, just block dude and keep it moving. No one can make you talk to them. He knows what he wants, and that is sex. And if you're not down, just move on. Good morning.
Good morning. Before I make any comments on the topic, I must commend you on your choice of music every morning.
Thank
We need a
you.
little bit more of that.
Thanks
Right.
much.
Moving on, no problem. I do not know if I am the 1% of women that would know when a man wants them truly or doesn't. Men would pursue, it's in their nature.
Mm-hmm.
Men will take care of, they would protect, they do everything that they can to make a woman know that this is what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to convince there's nothing that's going too fast. He's telling you that you are going too fast, not that both of you are going too fast.
Mm-hmm.
He realized that you wanted something more and he was not willing to give you
Give.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, oh, we're going too fast. After 8 months,
After
it
eight
took him
months,
8
after you all
months.
had sex and all of that, you're going too fast now?
And we need to be wise as women. I do not know why we keep allowing these so-called men to keep on putting us in emotional distress. So we have to question our value. And I keep saying it, know your value, know your worth. That would go so far. The moment time you see anything that steps outside of what you want and how you view yourself, you would not even get involved in these
The
situations.
minute time the man said we're moving too fast, then that's already all you needed to hear. Okay, it's time for
That
you to go about your business.
That is it. And the mere fact that you are entertaining the salty conversation, you're basically telling him, okay, well, I will drop my standard for you because I like you more than I like myself.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot make somebody like you. You cannot make somebody stay with you. It is always up to them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
men pursue what they want. So if it's intercourse he wants, he's going to pursue that. If it's a relationship, he's going to pursue that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to check on what it is his focus is on. And when you realize that's what his focus is on, that is what he wants. He doesn't want you. And he's coming back to you because you would always accept him. 3 months, he know you're easy. I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner, but he know that's what it is. So he would come back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Correct is right.
That's my contribution.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Dude is just checking to see if he can start back where he can pick up where he left off, basically. If you aren't cool with it, then quit. Cut off the communication. But if you do go for it, just understand that's all it will be. Nothing's changed on his end. He didn't come back and started, okay, you know what? You know, I said we were going too fast, right? And, you know, the break we took, I took some time to reflect, and I think you're an amazing woman, and I see the possibility of us, you know, going further in this relationship. I want to explore that option with you, right? He came back talking about sex still. So it's obvious that's what he's interested in. He didn't come back saying, you know what, let's start over. Let's work on a relationship now. I think I'm ready to commit. I'm ready to pursue something full time. He didn't say that. During the relationship, it was that all about sex. Took a break, come back, and he's still on that topic. All he wants from you is that. So leave it alone. Stop responding to his text or one word answer. Okay, fine. All right. That is how baby mamas are made. Because the signs are there. That is how baby mamas are made, because he's not going to turn around if you happen to get pregnant and say, I told you we were going too fast and I didn't want anything serious. So now you're stuck with a baby. For a man who wants neither of you. That is how baby mamas are made. Bro is not even hiding his lack of interest. He's not even hiding it. It is clear as daylight. We always talk about intuition and women's intuition. How come it always passes us straight when it comes to knowing what's right for us and who's not right for us? That intuition and that spirit, and that's something we always talk about. Something tell me, how come that something never tells us to stay away from this person? Something, there's always this something. I'm a spirit. Like the spirit deserts us when we really need it. Or does it only work at a certain time? We got to be more in tune with our said spirit and that intuition we talk a lot about. Bobby, it's good seeing you on the live. Morning, Mr. Patrick. Says if the sex is great, she's always going to respond. Listen, and no, listen. It could be from the Holy Ghost itself. Once you know that is all there is to it and you're not down for that, you can always find great. You act as though only one person can provide great sex. You can get that from anybody if it's not being done to your taste or likeness or whatever. That's when you have a conversation. And you speak on what you like and don't like, and then there you have it, greatness. But staying in a situation just for the sake of that being great, as if that's the only place you can find it in 2023 is like, no, that makes zero sense. Hurting yourself in the process. It won't make him want something serious. And at the same time, he may want something serious and think that physical intimacy is the same as emotional intimacy. This is a confusion that many, many people have. So what you have to do is to stop entertaining, dude. Stop entertaining the sexual conversation. Let him discuss his thoughts or feelings. If you see it makes him too uncomfortable, or he continues to revert back to sex, which he likely will, stop talking to him altogether. You can continue to tell him sex is not enough to hold your interest since you're looking for a serious connection. But eventually, repeatedly having to say that, it will get old. Because there's a thing like, this is someone who is most likely uncomfortable with emotional intimacy, but who has sexual intimacy down pat. So when they feel things getting serious, the request to slow down, but continue to entertain, because at least they still get their sexual favors. You try to be patient with him in hopes of something changing. You saw it didn't change. Remove this guy's access, plain and simple. He can either force himself to heal and grow up, or he can go on his way. It's all a question of what you want to put up with. Block and move on. People don't respect boundaries. Because right now, I'm pretty sure he knows that you ain't about just having sex. You want a relationship, something more serious. So where are the boundaries you need? That's when you need to create the boundaries and tell them straight up, hey, although I enjoy being with you, yada, 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 this ain't what I want. And we're obviously not on the same page where that is concerned. So there's nothing else to talk about here, really. Because somewhere in our heads, we think we can change men and change their thoughts and change. People change for who they want to change for. We can't make nobody change. And if you have to force somebody to change, it's not going to last. Everybody's capable of change, but it's something that they want or they have to do for themselves, not for anybody. Dude is playing with you. He has told you what he wants, period. And all the waiting in the world won't change that. You have said what you want. He's not the only man in the world. Be patient in finding someone that aligns with what you want, because, sis, this isn't it. It's not. So the question is, do you want him to respect your boundaries? Because if not, then hey, go back and have your great sex. How about that? But I got a message from one after 2 years. We had nothing, telling me he needs a virtuous woman. I told him he needs to be a virtuous man self. First, I got blocked. They all like when you challenge them. They don't like when you challenge them. You could tell him that he needs to be a virtuous man first. I would block you too. I would block you as well. He needs to be a virtuous man too. sometimes, Susanne says, sometimes there's something telling us, but we refuse to accept it and continue giving until we truly decide to search ourselves and clean house. Crystal, how are you? She says, we as women create our very own heartbreak. Expectancy is one of the biggest factors to that. Yep. Expectations. Listen. This thing called expectations. Yeah. No expectations, no disappointments. No problem in what you want. Just don't waste your time with him anymore. Literally ghost him. What is so good about this relationship that you can't exit stage right? If you let him, he's gonna keep doing it. Just block them, love. Sometimes you're just somebody or something to dump their demons in while they roam the streets and can still do with other females. Sometimes you have to find your self-respect and move on. Can't change nobody. You can't waste your energy on people. You just can't. Good morning.
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 Right, so I'm calling up because you know the WhatsApp does it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So here my thing. Let me defend the men first.
Okay.
Why it is women feel that men are these emotional leeches or this kind of thing. Particularly this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
He is quite clear as to what he wants.
Exactly.
She is quite clear with what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
And if for her it doesn't match up, then leave the dude alone. I mean, they say, yes, she keeps saying, oh, I like him a lot, I love the company, I love the sex, all these things. But at the end of the day...
But we're not aligning.
Exactly. Secondly, you see this talk about value, women should know their value. I think that is a wrong word to use. I think it's standards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that one woman has more value than the next woman. I think everybody, are valuable. We are valuable as human beings.
Mm-hmm.
I think women have different standards. Different women have different standards based on what they like, based on what they want, based on who they like and who they want.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be the more appropriate thing to say.
Yeah, makes sense.
So my advice to my girl, the man like the pushing. If you don't only want that, then let the man go and get somebody else.
Exactly. Yeah. All bread and cheese. Somebody else might be okay with that.
Yeah.
It's just not your speed. So leave it alone. Let it go.
Turk is right.
Got you. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, always like his reasoning. Always brings a sort of balance to the table. Yeah. He's not biased or just sticking up for, I really love when he calls or sends his messages. Hear what? When you're willing to lose his attention entirely, take sex off the table. Take sex off the table. So other than his appearance, what about him is actually attractive to you? His obsession with sex is obviously unappealing. What's keeping you around? How about you give about 3 things that keeps him around? And if you can't think of 3, then focus on what's going on with you rather than trying to make him move the way you want him to move. You all are not on the same page. You said it yourself. So do you think being patient will get you on the page? He's going to be on that page someday, but just not with you. If he's still making things sexual, then really that's all he wants. The only interest homeboy has shown is between the sheets. So you're clearly wasting your time. He showed you and verbally told you what he wants. You know what you want, and what he wants is on 2 different parts. But he clearly doesn't respect you all the time, so let him go play elsewhere. This playground is closed. We got to stop doing that to ourselves. He's not going to change a person who showed you the first time and the second time who he is. He showed you the first time, the second time. You know when they say, fool me once, shame on him. Fool me twice, shame on me. Sometimes we have to follow life on those 2 rules. And we still do not learn. It's all shame on you from number 2 on. It works both ways, with men taking a woman back over and over, and with a woman taking a man back over and over. But this is also sad, you know? He has shown you what he wants over and over again, and you somehow think it's going to change him, it's going to change by him, by giving him an ultimatum. And the sad part about this, it's a mindset. This is a mindset. This is the mindset of a lot of us women who choose to continue dealing with someone who has shown you what they think of you over and over. Lord bless your heart, but this ain't it, sis. There's no need to give any ultimatum. And somebody's asking, why do women leave it up to the man when she can see for herself what it is? Asking questions like, why won't he just leave me alone? Make him. Does it not make you want to leave him alone and find someone who is or who will be serious about you? Someone says, I was in a similar situation. Hold on. Let's pull up another song before we go. Yeah. Someone says, I was in a similar situation. I saw a video recently where a man said that men put women in 3 categories: friend, future, or fornication. He then said that a friend can become his future, but fornication will never be more than that. So they're not as complicated as they want us to believe. They are very simple creatures, and they'll tell you all you need to know if you listen. But we continue to hear what we want to hear and not what's being said. But I really feel for you, because wanting what you want and not want that person not wanting you back, yeah, if you're not strong, you can really, really play with your mental. You can really play with your mental. To be in a situation where you really want somebody, you want to be in a relationship with somebody and they don't want you like that. But at some point you have to stop and think about you. What do you want? You know? How long can you continue like that for? How long do you wait for? You don't know if it's ever going to come around. So you're just going to give up the best years of your life, days of your life, waiting patiently for somebody to come around to your way of thinking. Somebody says, what if you know the man's intention, but he's the only one helping you? Wow. Now that is another part of the story. Now that is what you call caught between a rock and a very hard place. So there and then is when you need to start getting yourself together, because you'll always be bound to that person, and then you're at that person's mercy. You're setting yourself up to be abused verbally, physically, all sorts of ways. If you're in a situation where you know his intentions towards you are no good, but he's helping you or taking care of you financially, that is even worse. That is modern day slavery right there. You're bound to somebody only because they're helping you. Then that person now has basically can do and make you do whatever they want with you and make you feel however they want to feel. So as old people would say, in such a situation, you'll have to seriously get up and see how you can fend for yourself. So you won't have to rely on somebody like that or be in a relationship with somebody like that. It's not good for your mental health either. Knowing that you're just there because that person is putting food on your table or a roof over your head while they out playing and doing whatever they want to do. That's when they take liberty, knowing that you're dependent on them and you ain't got nowhere else to turn. So they could do whatever. They can treat you however. They can have 50 women in the same village. It don't matter. You can't do nothing about it because you're not in a position to help yourself. So you need to start focusing on how you can get yourself in a place of self-reliance, being able to take care of yourself without depending on the gentleman. Right? So the person who asked that question, I hope you'll find a way to Get it together, get your life together, get a job that can help to sustain yourself. If you got children, likewise. So you will not be relying on anybody. Because when you do that, that person dictates when you eat, or if you even eat for that matter. It's not a good place to be. So, on that note, see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you so much, everybody, for powering up. I don't know what's going on with the internet today. People tell me they're not getting. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much to our friends at Western Union and Beacon Insurance for making our show possible today. And we'll be back tomorrow. All right, so hope it works out for you, girlfriend. I really hope. Really hope so. Later, guys.